Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're Martin Penef, Chief Account Executive and Trading Analyst, GDMFX. Welcome to today's European market session outlook. As usual, starting with a short coverage of what happened yesterday. North American markets, Dow and NASDAQ went pretty much sideways yesterday. No movement on the stock markets there. The monthly budget statement, 1.9 billion better than expected report yesterday. Red Book Index, month on month, 0.4% lower than previous, and year-on-year negative result as well. The job openings from JOLTS, 0.106 million worse than expected. The Business Optimism Index is 1.1 points better than expected. We had 3-year note auction, 0.135% higher than previous. 4-week bill auction, again higher than previous, slightly with 0.01%. The retail sales reports are due in the afternoon, along with the import and export prices reports month on month, also year on year. Moving to the European markets, the German DAX the German DAX 30 was 60 points down yesterday. The French CAC 40, 20 down as well. Early in the morning, the reports from France and Germany kicked off, showing improvements in the French GDP and contraction in the German one, along with the wholesale prices. The inflation report showed positive numbers though. The CPI data, along with the GDP reports, are due all over the European Union today, namely Spain, Italy, Portugal as well. There will be also the European zone GDP, preliminary data, industrial production and monetary policy meeting accounts, all due today. A lot of volatility on the euro, so watch out. Another volatile market today, the UK markets. Yesterday, the FTSE 100 declined by 90 points and opened with a gap of 30 points to continue the downtrend with another 85 points. It showed a bit of a contraction today already. Volatility is expected on the pound pairs today as employment and unemployment data is due, along with the earnings reports. An hour later, the Bank of England will show its quarterly inflation reports and Mr. Carney will start talking to the public. Later tonight, the strength of the UK housing markets will be shown from the housing costs report. Moving to the Asian markets, yesterday, basically almost all of the yen pairs were up, except the versus the US dollar and the Kiwi. We had the leading economic index for March, which came out 0.8 points positive. Coincident index, again for March, 1.2 points positive. We had also the current account for March and trade balance BOP basis for March, which came positive as well. Current accounts was 1,355.2 billion positive. The bank lending year-on-year for April remained unchanged at 2.6%. Today, we have a lot of interesting news there. Gross domestic product reports quarter on quarter. We also have the Eco Watcher survey outlook and the current status of the survey. We also have the foreign investments in stocks and bonds in Japan. And the annualized GDP reports is due today. Basically, as you know, that the Bank of Japan is also printing gross domestic product deflator year on year for the first quarter, and we have the money supply reports year on year today. Shares in Tokyo gained in Asia today during the Asian session. Also, we are looking at China, which is expected to set the future monetary policies with the central bank, which already cut rates 3 times since November last year. We saw some reports from China, retail sales negative 0.2% early this morning. Industrial production, though, is growing slightly, 0.3% year on year. And we also have a positive outlook on the urban investments year on year for the month of April, 1.3% positive. For next time, the RNBZ Governor Wheeler attended to talk down to the Kiwi, saying that the current forex level of the currency is unjustifiable and unsustainable. The New Zealand dollar tossed and turned after his statements, yet versus the dollar, the US dollar still managed to advance with almost 10 points, while versus the yen climbed by 11 points already. New Zealand will be printing its retail sales reports along with the business PMI for the month of April later on today. Moving along to the commodities sector, overnight the gold futures rose significantly yesterday as the global bond sell-off continued to rattle markets, pushing the euro up sharply against the dollar. Gold prices eased slightly during the Asian session ahead of a raft of data from China expected to set the tone for the future monetary policies. Overnight, the WTI crude futures soared on Tuesday, rebounding from a slight pullback over the previous two sessions amid higher demand forecasts and stronger euro. Crude prices gained in early Asia today after a sharp drop on the industry estimates of U.S. stocks, but a fall in gasoline inventories as well as ahead of the summer driving season. The commodity traded S&P 500 index had a range of 22 points yesterday, ended on a negative trend, just 1 point below the 2,100 mark. The EIA crude oil stocks change report is due later on today. That is all from me from today. I wish you a successful trading day. Cheers. Bye-bye.